So, you've probably heard a ton about Web 3.0, right? All that talk about crypto, decentralization. But what if I told you that's kind of yesterday's news? There's something new on the horizon, the next evolution. We're talking about Web 4.0. And this one could completely blur the line between us and our machines, creating what's being called a symbiotic web. A symbiotic web? I mean, what does that even mean, really? Let's just pause and think about this for a sec. Imagine if the internet wasn't just this tool you use. What if it was a partner? An intelligent partner that could actually anticipate what you need and think with you, not just spit out answers for you. That right there is the huge idea we're going to unpack. Okay, so to really get a handle on where we're headed, we got to look back at where we've been. I mean, the journey to get from those old school static pages to this idea of an intelligent partner, it's been a wild ride. So let's do a super quick history lesson on the web's evolution. You'll see how each phase really just set the stage for the next big leap. All right, so think back to the 90s. That was Web 1.0, the read-only web. It was basically a giant digital library. You could look stuff up, read it, but that's about it. You couldn't really interact. Then, boom, the mid-2000s hit, and Web 2.0, the social web, completely changed the game. Suddenly, it was a two-way street. We all became creators, with blogs, YouTube, Facebook, all that user-generated content. Which brings us to where we are now, or where we've been heading, Web 3.0. This is the decentralized web, the whole push to take back control from the big tech giants using things like blockchain and crypto. Okay, so with that history in mind, we can now talk about what's next. We're arriving at this new paradigm, the symbiotic web. And it's really important to get this. Web 4.0 isn't here to replace Web 3.0. Think of it more like it's building on top of it, adding this incredibly powerful new layer of, well, intelligence. So what is Web 4.0 at its core? The symbiotic web is all about dissolving the boundary between the digital world and our physical world. We're talking about a future where the internet isn't something you log into, it's just there. A seamless, proactive, intelligent partner that's deeply woven into our environment, our homes, maybe even our own bodies. Now, this whole thing isn't just one magic piece of tech. It's more like a symphony of different technologies all coming together. You've got advanced AI and machine learning as the brain, making sense of all the data. You need the Internet of Things, billions of connected devices acting as the eyes and ears. Super fast connectivity like 6G, that's the nervous system that ties it all together. And how do we experience it? Through immersive stuff like AR and VR, and maybe even, and this is where it gets really sci-fi, brain-computer interfaces. The key is they all have to work together perfectly to pull this off. Okay, so that's the tech. But let's get to the good stuff. The so what? How would a proactive internet actually change our lives day to day? Because honestly, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing. Just picture this. You wake up and your personal AI agent has already planned your day. Not because you asked it to, but because it just knows. It's already checked the traffic, looked at your health data from your wearable, scanned your calendar, and figured out the absolute best schedule for you, all happening in the background. Or how about healthcare? This is a huge one. Get this, the idea of a digital twin, a perfect real-time digital simulation of your own body. An AI could constantly monitor this twin, running simulations to predict illnesses, months, maybe even years before you'd ever feel a single symptom. We'd shift from reacting to sickness to actually preventing it before it starts. That's a total game changer. And this isn't just about you and me. Think bigger. The scale goes way beyond personal convenience. We're talking about entire smart cities that could basically become living organisms. Imagine a citywide AI that's constantly managing traffic to eliminate jams, optimizing the power grid second by second, and coordinating public safety, all in real time. The end goal is a city that's just smarter, more efficient, and more sustainable for everyone living in it. Okay, that all sounds pretty amazing, right? But, and this is a huge but, with all that incredible promise comes some incredible danger. This level of deep integration, the symbiosis, it opens up a Pandora's box of really profound and, let's be honest, kind of scary ethical problems that we have to talk about. Yeah, one of the sources we looked at put it in some pretty chilling terms. Quote, the potential for surveillance, both corporate and governmental, reaches Orwellian scales. Just think about that. When the internet is literally woven into your walls, your car, your clothes, even your own body, The amount of data being collected and how intimate that data is just beyond anything we can imagine today.
This really gets to the heart of the problem. It's like for every incredible promise, there's a dark side, a real peril. You want that hyper-personalized healthcare? Well, that requires giving up an unimaginable level of data intimacy. You want that unprecedented convenience? The cost could be the erosion of your own ability to make decisions, your own agency. And what about expanding our human capabilities with tech implants? That could create a terrifying new kind of inequality, a biological digital divide between people who are augmented and those who aren't.
So this all leads to some massive, monumental questions that we have to ask ourselves. Like, who actually owns your most intimate biological data? Is it you, the company that collects it, the government? And when an autonomous AI makes a critical mistake, a life or death mistake, who's to blame? Who's accountable? And maybe the biggest question of all, as we let machines do more of our thinking for us, what happens to those uniquely human things, like intuition, creativity, or just plain old resilience? These aren't just tech problems to be solved with code. They're deeply human problems.
So, here we are, standing on the edge of this completely new web. And it really all boils down to one final huge question. As we build this symbiotic future, are we creating an intelligent partner that's going to elevate all of humanity? Or are we accidentally building an invisible master that will control and diminish us? The thing is, the answer isn't hidden in the technology itself. It's in the choices that we, all of us, are making right now.